What's up, y'all? We got a quick unboxing and review of this dog training collar. So let's open it right up for y'all. Show y'all all the features. So here's your advertisement. Here's the collar itself. This one is the green colorway, and it does have a normal just buckle here. You push in here to release it, and then it does adjust. So you can adjust it using this right here. You can pull it tighter, or you can pull it out to loosen it up. Has this little warning label here. We'll take that off. Here's the back side where the prongs go for your collar. For your dog. And then here is where it charges. So right here, it's a little pull tab. So it is USB-C. And these little rubber rubber caps actually come off. So there's the metal prong that will that's what actually shocks or vibrates. Here's your power button. You do have your battery levels right there. There's 4 different battery levels, and there's a light on the front right here that blinks. So this collar does reach up to 4,500 feet. It is IPX8 waterproof. It has 4 different training modes, and it's for dogs anywhere from 10 pounds all the way up to 110 pounds. 120 pounds. So yeah, it does have reflective, like the 3M material here. So when light shines on this, it will reflect, and that's on both sides. So people can see your dog if he gets out. You do have extra prongs, so these prongs are longer. So if your dog has longer hair, they will need to use these prongs. And then it has the rubber tips that go on the longer prongs. And then you also have this testing tool. So this tool is there's a little light right there. It's to test to see if the shock is actually working. So if you put that on there, it will light up. And then you also can use these little cutouts here to turn these prongs to tighten them in there. So that's if your dog has longer hair, you need to use that. Here is the remote itself. It's the back side. Here's the front side. You got your vibrate button, your tone button, and then your shock button and your double shock button. And then you can turn the knob here. You can turn it down or you can turn it up. And then of course we have the charger. Oh, so this is a dual charger. Oh, that's so you can charge the remote and the collar at one time. They're both USB-C, and it goes to a USB-A charger. So you can charge both of them up at the same time, and it also comes with a wrist strap. So you can put the wrist strap through right here, and that way you can put the remote on your wrist. So let's turn this thing on real quick. It does have a lock button and an unlock button, and you have a channel button there so you can switch your channels. So let's turn it down. All right, so it's on level 10. So let's hit the channel button. So that's on channel 2. You can see right there it says dog 2. And if you hit it again, dog 1. So if you have 2 different collars, you can hook 2 different collars to this one remote. And that way you can switch through them. Then you can turn it, you can lock it or unlock it. And then you switch to levels by turning this knob here, I believe. Okay, yeah, you have to click it, and then you can turn it. So, oh wow. It goes all the way up to 99, and you can turn it all the way down. So you can see as I turn it, I'll turn it back up. Boom, and then it starts back over at 1. So let's click it again. All right, so that's the vibrating level. So you can see it, that's the vibrating level. So you can change the vibrate mode. If you click it again, that's the tone level, so that's the sound. You can change how loud it is. And then here's the shock mode. You can change how much it shocks, up or down here. Yeah, vibrate. All right, so this button is your vibrate button. So, I don't know if y'all can hear that. It is vibrating. This is the tone button. So you can see that just tones it, so it just makes a noise. So that way you don't have to actually shock your dog. You can either tone them or you can vibrate them. And you can adjust the levels of vibration depending on what you want to do. So we can turn it up. So it looks like it goes up to 15. Yeah, 15 on vibrate, so let's do that. So it just vibrates longer. All right, and then here's your shock button. Let's turn the sound up. So the sound goes up to 8. So let's do it there. Let's test the sound. Okay, so that's the frequency. I'm sorry, that's not the sound, that's a different frequency. So I guess all these are different, sound a little bit different. So let's put on F7. Yeah, so it's slightly different. We'll do F6. Okay, so y'all get the idea. They're all different. Each one of these little frequencies are different. And then we'll put it on shock mode. Looks like it goes all the way up to, let's see. I think this is the one that went up to 100. Okay, yeah, so this one goes all the way up to 100. So be careful. It even has like a little emblem there. You can see that little emblem pops up. Be careful you put it on 99. It's probably only for your bigger dogs. You probably don't want to put it that high. So we'll just put it on 10 for now. You will need to take these little rubber tips off if you do plan on using the shocking function. So I'm just going to click it one time. It looks like it has one mode and then two modes. Let's see. All right, so you won't be able to tell. You have to actually use this little tester. So if you take this tester, you put it on here, right, like this. And then when you shock it, this little light right here will light up. So let's try it. So y'all see that? You can see how it lights up right there. That's how you know it's shocked. Let's hit the double shock button. Can y'all see that? So y'all can tell that it's shocking there. And that's how that works. And of course, this just has a power button here. It turns on and off. And you can put these longer prongs in here if you want to. You just unscrew these. Use this little tool here. Put it around here. Unscrew it. And then you can take this prong off. It's super simple. So they just come out like that. And then you can take the longer one and screw it back in there if you need it. So if your dog has shorter hair, these little small prongs will probably be fine. But if he has longer hair, you may need to use the longer ones because these prongs need to be touching your dog's skin. And then you can just use this little tool right here to tighten it back down on there. This helps you get a little leverage. And if you're not going to use the shock function, then you might as well just put these little rubber caps back on. So yeah, that's how it works. I mean, you put it on just like any other collar. I think I know how dog collars work. They just unbuckle, put it on your dog, and then adjust the strap to whatever length you need it. Then it has a little light there. So that's pretty neat. That's how it works. Super simple. It works just like any other shock collar. This is a cool green colorway. There will be an Amazon link down in the description that I'll take you right to this product if you want to check it out. It does go up to 4,500 feet, so that's super far range. It's IPX8 rated, so it's pretty much waterproof. Yeah, dogs for 10 to 120 pounds. And I will stick it on my dog real quick just so I can get a good look at how it looks. But obviously it's going to look different depending on what kind of dog you have and what color it is. So yeah, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to show y'all. I have a black pit bull lab right here. We're going to show y'all how it works. We're going to take his other collar off. So this one, just going to take it off, put it around his neck. Then you're going to want to tighten it up. So y'all can see it there. You're going to want to pull this side a little tighter. There we go. And then if you have any extra slack like this, you can actually probably cut this off if your dog's neck's a little bit smaller. If you have that much excess. If you need to. If you have a bigger dog, probably won't need to. But yeah, that's what the dog collar looks like. You can get it as snug or as loose as you want. But yeah, if your dog's neck's a little bit smaller, I'd probably cut the excess slack off. You're not going to need that because there's a little extra on each side. But yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't think it matters where you put the actual shock part. You can put it anywhere on his neck. It's going to work either way. But yeah, will be Amazon link in the description. If you want this, go check it out. Y'all have a great day.